Let us start this particular session on second important types of ownership and how to form a partnership firm. That is important issue. Whereas we will discuss, we will go through with all partnership characteristics and partnership deed, partnership advantages and disadvantages, and then we will also look at the how to form a partnership firm and what are the different financial sources available for partnership type of organization. So when we talk about that, what exactly partnership means, so we are very much concerned that partnership is any association of two or more than two persons, people who agree to share the profit of a lawful business. Now, important thing is that we need to understand that if any two or more than two people come together to agree to do some lawful business and agree to share profit in the proportion which is agreed upon, whether that business is managed by one person, by all person, by any some of the person, for all. So my point is that suppose 19 students come together to make a startup, they get prototype successful, then they make a partnership firm. So it may be that one or two students are very active and rest 17 students are not active. So it is assumed that all 19 students have mutually agreed upon partnership firm through a partnership deed, which is a document. If registered, it becomes legal document. If not registered, then again it is a legal document, and you have that terms and condition applied to all partners. And it is assumed that if two individuals are working actively, so they are working on the behalf of all 17 sleeping partners. And if something goes good, all 19 will be getting benefit, and if something goes wrong, all 19 are going to be face the music. So partnership firm is usually an extension of sole proprietorship. Now, why there is an extension of sole proprietorship? Because in sole proprietorship, there comes a problem of limitation of funds. Second, there comes a problem of span or scope of expansion. So if two partners or more than two partners up to 20, less than 20 I say, and this less than 20 is 10 for banking services. If it is banking services, then only 10 or less than 10, but in other than banking, 20 less than 20. So partnership firm is very clear. Now what are the different characteristics of partnership firm? As we have discussed that minimum 2 and maximum 20, 10 in case of banking services. Contractual relationship through partnership deed is there. That means there is a legal contract, binding contract, and that contracts follow the terms and conditions laid down in Indian Partnership Act 1932, which is modified time by time. And this Indian Partnership Act is actually based on the British Partnership Act 1890, which was the first act. And before that, this partnership concept in legal structure started coming in somewhat 1850 or after, by some legal provisions. Then British government finally formed the 1890 Partnership Act, and Indian Partnership Act was legalized in 1932 by Britishers. And still we are continuously amending that Partnership Act, but the fundamental structure is very similar to the British structure. You can also understand that in our old movies also, we used to see that the barristership, the Indians were going to London to do barristership. Now, why barristership to London? Why not America at that time? Reason being, British law is very much, root, mother law of Indian law. And Indian constitution, Indian law, rules, judiciary, legal system is very much similar to the British system. You will find most of the acts and provisions, they are originated from British Act or somewhere, and henceforth this partnership act also. So profit sharing amongst the partner is as agreed or equal. As agreed means sometimes it happens that partners are not agreeing to share the profit as in equal proportion. Sometimes suppose two partners comes into partnership deed, and one partner says that I will take only 25% and other partner will take 75%, even though the investment is 50-50. So that is why I say as agreed or equal amongst all partners. And this is based on the terms and conditions laid down in partnership deed, which is very important. We'll discuss this deed. Unlimited liability is just like the unlimited liability in sole proprietorship business. Why unlimited liability? Since it is an extension of sole proprietorship. If one active partner is doing business on the behalf of rest of the partners, so anything wrong, any liability, any credit, that liability will go to all partners, because that one partner is working on the behalf of all. And this is the main key crux of partnership firm. It is not that that partner is working on the behalf of himself or herself. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever number of partners are active, they are working for all. So if something goes wrong, all will be responsible. So liability is still unlimited, like sole proprietorship. Transfer of partners' interest is only possible with the consent of all other partners. Means if one partner wants to exit or wants to transfer or wants to sell, then all partners agree. Consent is must. If any one of the partner is not giving consent, the partner cannot sell interest or proportion, or cannot take exit, or cannot make any other, say for example, if a partner wants to replace his next generation son into that partnership deed, so it is possible only when all partners give consent to become partner of the next one. So that is a important characteristic. It is an extension of sole proprietorship, means obviously it will be considered like there are 5 partners, so you can understand that five independent sole proprietorship businesses clubbed and combined with each other for the purpose of financial investment and profit sharing. You can understand like this. So it is an extension with mutual agreement amongst all the owners. Voluntary registration. Partnership firm, you need not require to register it mandatorily. It is voluntary. If you want, you can register your partnership deed. If you do not want, yes, you can put your partnership deed on plain paper or on stamp paper or on legal revenue paper, or sometime it is verbal also. But the benefit of the registration of the partnership deed is, registration of the partnership firm is that in case of any cheating, you can sue other partners. You can recover your money from other partners if in case other partner is doing something wrong. And In case of any legal issue, you will be safeguarded as per the legal structure, as per the Indian Partnership Act provisions. And that is why it is always beneficial to go for a registration, but it is not mandatory. Dissolution of partnership means end of partnership deed. If any one of the member is taking exit, if all are agreeing to dissolve this particular partnership, to stop this, to end this partnership, it simply means that partnership deed, whether registered or unregistered, is automatically dissolved. So contract amongst the partner is through partnership deed. Once partnership firm dissolve, contract automatically dissolve, or contract dissolve, expires, then partnership firm automatically dissolved. If you talk about the advantages of partnership firms, you can understand that it is very easy to form because there is no hard and fast legal formalities. You can start it with a plain of paper agreement amongst all, and then it helps you to understand that you will have a large pool of capital, because in sole proprietorship you have one man credibility and the purchasing, the credit capacity. In this one, all partners comes into picture and their individual credibility and capacity is clubbed together. So large capital pool is there for the business. Better management capability, because more than one person come into picture, so you can have a better management control. You can divide, division of work is possible. You can ask that yes, one partner is looking after the marketing section, one partner is looking for the production system, one partner is looking for the financial activities, another partner is looking for the expansion activities. So you can have better management control on different activities by division of work. Business secrecy is one of the important characteristic in sole proprietorship and partnership as compared to company. In case of company, you are legally bound to explain and open your financial balance sheet, the sources of fund, the business activities, everything. But in partnership firm, there is no legal binding. You can make your business secret, or you can make your financial transaction secret, you can make your business decision secret. So decision making becomes quite easy, helpful as compared to sole proprietary, because in sole proprietary only one person is there. In this one, all partners can sit together and decision making can be fast, can be quick, can be effective. So there is a difference in decision making vis-a-vis sole proprietorship. Dissolution is easy, obviously. If it is not registered, you can all partners can agree on plain paper, and if registered deed was there, you can simply ask for dissolution and deed would be cancelled. And once deed is cancelled, your partnership firm is reaching to end. Disadvantages of partnership firms includes unlimited liability, as discussed. This is one of the disadvantage. Limited life because again maximum it is the life of the any one of the partner, because if any one of the partner is leaving or becomes non-living, then partnership deed automatically become null and void, and in that case partnership firm's life ends. So that is why it is called as a limited life, and this is disadvantage. Sometimes dispute amongst partner is very, because when you are working on the behalf of someone else, so there may be difference of opinion, difference of faith, difference of when you come together to start business, you put equal amount of investment, you put equal amount of efforts, but when it comes to share the profit, All partners are having their own opinion that I have contributed more than this fellow. So in that case, there comes a dispute amongst partner. Maybe related to investment, maybe related to their efforts, maybe related to their contribution, maybe related to the profit sharing proportion. So this is very common and this is disadvantage. Altogether, this all everything is written down in paper, but the contribution efforts cannot be measured by any mechanistic process. And every partner can understand that yes, I have contributed more than this fellow. So disputes are very common. Misuse of resources. Say for example, two partners are working on the behalf of rest 17. So resources are available as per the 17 partners, say for example, financial credibility. Now two persons are deciding, one person is deciding about finance. So misuse of all the resources is quite possible. And in that case, if misuse of the resources comes on surface, so there comes a difference of opinion amongst partners. There comes a lack of confidence, what we talk about. Rather confidence, lack of faith. So faith is if you are breaching faith, so it will lead to very in a different manner on partners. Divided control means yes, all partners can have their division of work and division of different activities, and they can independently handle that activity. Like we discussed about that, marketing may be handled by one partner, production may be handled by another partner, like this. How to form a partnership firm? As we discussed, that registration of the partnership firm is not mandatory. It's very clear. Partnership firm can be started with the registered or unregistered deed. Say for example, two students want to start a partnership firm. They can simply put it on terms and condition on a plain paper, and they can get a carbon copy of that, and both can keep one copy. That is normal understanding of partnership deed in written form. Once some stamp paper is on put on paper stamp, or that terms and condition is on stamp paper with a notarized form. If you make it on notarized form, then it becomes a registered. You have registered that deed, terms and condition, and that become legal. You can get it registered with the registrar as per the Indian Partnership Act. You can submit it there. You can make it legal. And the registration of partnership firm is as per the provision given in Partnership Act 1932, where there is a registrar and there is a proper procedure for that. You make a partnership deed. You put all those conditions which are laid down in Partnership Act. That means what proportion you will make investment, for example, what proportion you will share the profit, who will lead, who will do what activity, addresses of all partners, financial capability, loaning of the financial partners. There is a list which must be included in your partnership deed, and that partnership deed must be registered in order to register the partnership firm, and then you can continue business. But what happens if you are not registering partnership firm? Yes, it is quite possible you do not register it, you make it verbal, but in that case the legal claim and sue to other partner is not possible, because if it is on plain paper, so the legal system cannot recognize it as an original deed, and in that situation it will become very difficult to handle situation. So what are the different sources of the fund for partnership? As discussed, that in sole proprietorship we have discussed about these all. But in case of partnership, the partner's capital is increased, partner's credibility is increased. Primarily, partner's capital investment is there. Yes, partnership, all partners, a partnership firm can take loan from bank. They can take help of friends and relatives. Trade of capital and customer advances is very common in all sole proprietorship. Money lenders, local money lenders is possible. Apart from this, the only benefit in finance fund as compared to sole proprietorship is that earlier there was a credibility and the capacity of one person. In case of partnership, the capability and capacity of all partners, say for example 20. So maximum 20 times capability can be increased in case of partnership firm as compared to sole proprietors. Say for example, one owner of sole proprietor is having capacity to take loan of 10 lakh rupees. So 10 partner would become capable of collecting the pooled amount of 2 crore rupees for the partnership firm, considering that 10 lakh capability is of each partner. So in this way, the funding sources of fund or finance increases almost 20 times. But what happens if your business require more than 2 crore? You can go to bank. You can, use trade of capital, customer, other options. But still, if you are not able to manage from all these sources which are listed here or which are available for partnership, then you can convert your partnership firm, you can make a company, private limited, where there is no limitation of fund in terms of people based. That will become a separate legal entity. Partnership is not separate legal entity. It is registered in the name of all individual partners, right? It is a group of all sole proprietorship firms like. So once one partner dies or one partner leaves or one partner becomes, not eligible, then in that case partnership firm automatically dissolves and partnership deed become null and void, and that is why I say that is a limited life. So this is all about that partnership firm introduction, and it was a little bit similar to that sole proprietorship as being extension of that. So this is all about. Thank you.